Hi guys, Ian here, and this is my review of the Hidizs MP145 Pro. Now, when Hidizs dropped the original MP145 last year, it quickly became a favorite among planar enthusiasts for its massive 14.5mm driver, whale-inspired design, and that intoxicating warmth, emotionally driven sound signature. Now, fast forward to today, Hidizs has returned with the MP145 Pro, a refined evolution that trades some of that romantic warmth for that reference grade precision and live realism. So the MP145 Pro is going to be launched on Kickstarter starting on the 5th of March, 10:30 a.m. EST time, and the super early bird price, limited to 300 pieces, is $159. So if you don't want to miss out, do check out the unaffiliated links down in the description below. Alright, so let's begin my review. First, let's go through the accessories. This is the retail box that it comes in, and this is a pretty nice retail box. At the back of this box, there's some specs, so let me read that out to you. Frequency range is 20 to 40,000 Hertz. Sensitivity is 104. Impedance is 30 ohms. Now, inside the box, you'll get user guide, and warranty card. You get a very nice case, a leather case. It's not real leather, but it's very nicely finished. A very big case as well. You can put other accessories besides your earphones inside. You get ear tips, right? So you get 4 different types of ear tips: vocal, bass, balance, and anemone ear tips. Now these are fantastic ear tips, so you can try it out. It's a new type of material and it sounds really good. Okay, and then you get a cable. Now the cable comes with 2 different types of termination. You can choose whether you want 4.4 or 3.5. Cable is a 4-core cable, braided cable, and it's very nice. It's a high quality cable, and it comes with a chin slider, Y split, and the ear hooks are nice and soft. Okay, so overall, I would say cable-wise is a pass for me. Obviously, at this price, I would expect the cable to be of standard quality. Alright, so let's move on to the fit and comfort for these. And let's be honest, the MP145 Pro is still a big IEM. That 14.5mm driver demands a significant space, and that triangular whale fin inspired design means most of the bulk sits outside your ear canal. However, Hidizs has made some ergonomic optimization that improves upon the original. Now, the C anemone ear tips are a game changer for the fit. And it's more comfortable, they're softer, they're more compliant than standard silicone, and creating a better seal without exerting excessive pressure. And I found that the larger size provided the optimal seal for my ears, whereas for the original MP145, I constantly tip roll to find the right fit. Now, as for isolation, it's actually pretty average and sometimes good. The semi-open back bionic breathing holes mean you'll still hear some environmental noise, but that large shell blocks most of the sound that comes into your ear canal. The cable's preformed ear hooks are more comfortable than standard ear hooks, reducing microphonics during movements. And if you have smaller ears, these might still be a challenge, but for those of us who have average to large ear cavities, the MP145 Pro is actually more comfortable than its size suggests, especially during those marathon 3-hour listening sessions that I put it through. Alright, so let's talk about sound. First, let's talk about the tone and timbre. The MP145 Pro shifts the tuning philosophy from emotionally immersive to sonically truthful. Now, the timbre is remarkably neutral. Acoustic instruments sound like acoustic instruments, not like they're being filtered through a digital sheen. There's less of the planar timbre, metallic edge that plagues many budget planar IEMs. Pianos, notes in particular, they are beautifully rendered with proper weight and harmonic decay. String instruments have that appropriate rosiny texture, and brass lacks that artificially brightness that can make trumpets sound like synth patches. Now, this is a timbrally accurate IEM that doesn't sacrifice musicality for analytical sterility. Now let's talk about the technical performance, and here's where the Pro justifies its name. Hidizs upgraded the magnetic circuit to a 1 Tesla fully symmetrical design with a 7+7 array and 54H magnet, resulting in a 40% increase in magnetic flux over the standard MP145. Now, combined with the new Nano-Grade planar diaphragm featuring a 30% increase of copper content and wire density, the technical performance on this Pro is noticeably elevated. First, the soundstage. The Pro expands significantly on the already impressive original, where the standard MP145 offers a 3D holographic presentation with moderate width. The Pro pushes the boundaries further. There's wider lateral extensions and significantly improved depth. Listening to Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, the ticking clocks and synth sweeps in time appear distinctly outside my head, layered with genuine three-dimensional precision. As for imaging, instrument separation is exceptional for a planar driver under $300. Each element in complex orchestral arrangements occupies its own precise space. Now, during Shostakovich's Symphony No. 5, I could pinpoint the position of individual violin sections within the string ensemble, a feat usually reserved for multi-BA IEMs or planars twice the price. Now, as for detail retrieval, the Nano-Grade drivers increase precision and evident in micro detailed retrieval. Now, subtle studio ambience, breath noises before vocal entrances, and the decay of piano notes are all rendered with crystalline clarity. Now, this is a significant step up from the standard MP145, which occasionally glosses over the finest nuances in favor of its warmer presentation. Now, as for resolution, transient response is lightning fast, faster than the already quick standard MP145. Snare hits have snap and definition, and complex heavy metal tracks never descend into congestion. Now, the Pro maintains its composure when lesser planars might blur out. Alright, so let's talk about the sound signature, and I'll post my graph somewhere up here. And this is where the Pro diverged most significantly from its predecessors. While the standard MP145 targeted a warm, fatigue-free, emotionally driven presentation, now the Pro aims for reference-grade transparency with controlled bass and exceptional treble extension. As for the sub-bass, the Pro maintains the excellent sub-bass extension of the standard model. Planar drivers inherently excel here. The sub-bass is tight, is textured and precise. Tracks like Why So Serious from the Dark Knight soundtrack deliver that visceral rumble without the slight looseness of that original MP145. It's less fun and a bit more accurate, but not less impactful. Now, in terms of the mid-bass, here's the most significant change. The Pro reduces the mid-bass emphasis found on the standard MP145, creating a cleaner transition into the lower mids. Bass guitars and kick drums are still present and authoritative, but they are no longer a cast of a warm veil over the mid-range. Now, this results in a more neutral, studio monitor-like presentation that purists will appreciate. Now, as for the mid-range is where the Pro truly shines as well. It's reference grade with reduced coloration. Vocals are present with stunning clarity and minimal added warmth. Now, male vocals, which I tested on Gregory Porter's Liquid Spirit, have excellent body and presence without sounding thick or artificial. Now, for female vocals, and I tested on Adele's Someone Like You, are forward and detailed, and every breath and inflection rendered faithful. Now, as for the pinna gain, is handled expertly, I would say. There's presence and clarity without shoutiness or harshness. And this is a mid-range that rivals the Ledger S12 Pro, but with better timbral accuracy and less upper mid forwardness. As for the treble, it's exceptional thanks to the upgraded magnetic circuit and diaphragm, hi-hat sizzle, cymbal crashes, and upper harmonics of acoustic guitars all sparkle with air and definition. Now the Pro extends further into the upper treble than the standard MP145 without becoming fatiguing. Now it's crisp, it's detailed, but it's never harsh, unless you're listening to a poorly mastered recording, in which case the Pro would ruthlessly reveal their flaws. And as you notice, the MP145 Pro comes with interchangeable nozzles, so let me just go into it. For the red nozzles, it adds back some of that missing warmth of that standard MP145. Excellent for bass heads who want that Pro's technicals performance with a fully lower end. As for the rose gold nozzle, which is the one I'm using, that's the sweet spot for my taste. Neutral with slight bass emphasis, ideal for most genres. And as for the silver nozzle, it opens up the treble further and adds air, which is perfect for classical and acoustic enthusiasts who want maximum detail retrieval from these Pros. And that's the overall sound signature of the MP145 Pro. Let's conclude. Well, the Pro represents a mature evolution of the original 145. It sacrifices the forgiving warmth that made the standard 145 a casual listener's delight in favor of reference grade precision that would satisfy critical listeners and audio professionals. The upgraded magnetic circuit, the Nano-Grade driver, and premium cable transforms this from a fun planar into a more serious monitoring tool. So at the early bird price of $159, it sits in a very competitive bracket, but the combination of technical performance, build quality, and tuning flexibility makes it a standout. It is not for everyone. Bass heads might prefer the standard MP145 or the red nozzle settings, and for those with smaller ears, might want to look elsewhere. But for listeners seeking planar magnetic speed and detail with reference neutral tuning that remains musical, the MP145 Pro is one of the best options under $300 US. And ever since I got them, they have become my go-to for critical listening sessions. And that is perhaps the highest praise I can give this Pro. Hidizs has not just upgraded the MP145, they have elevated it to a true professional grade status while maintaining their commitment to ocean conservation through the WDC partnership. And that's a win in my book. Alright, so that's my overall thoughts and opinions about this Hidizs MP145 Pro. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and also please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. My name's Ian, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in my next video. Cheers!